Hey family, this is Balance, Grand Rising, which means everything rises with us. Birds, bees, oxtails, whatever. All rise with us, Grand Rising family. I wanted to talk a little bit about today, just reflect again. This is Tuesday, Mars Day. You will be faced with a lot of hostility, anger, stressful people. You don't have to pay attention. We have a choice to choose. We can bite a good or bad choice, but that's up to you. Today's Tuesday, third eye perception. This is where you go in and stand. Perception, we're working with the sense C, which is the imagination, and when it's off, it's hallucination. So, first and foremost, I like to give thanks to the ancestors, my ancestors, Ashe. Okay, so as I mentioned, today is that day, Tuesday, Mars. So that energy, you're going to deal with a lot of hostility, aggravation, stressful people who's reacting. I'm learning to take that breath when I'm faced with situations, laugh, smile, walk away, withdraw my emotions long enough to see it's not needed, right? Here's my experience and strength and my hope. So I'm going to share some of my experience. People always ask, how do you know what you know, right? Is we are multi-dimensional beings. So when I go in and I stand within the universe, because once I log off here, I'm in a universe, then I can connect in multi-dimension realities, right? So this morning I'm actually in my float in the universe, you, me, my, but you, me, your universe. So I'm in my universe and I'm floating, and I'm understanding what telekinesis is when actually the body, the soul, the universe moves the body. That's how heavy we got to know the feminine, right, and masculine energy, the yin and the yang, and to know how to build that energy, that chi, right? So in building that chi and know that you're dealing with the opposite force within yourself as you center yourself, and you really like dealing with in your universe. You float and you're your master of your universe. It's your body, your rules, no matter what. So telekinesis to me, when I heard in that movie Matrix, when I heard the young girl say to Neil, when he was saying she was bending his object, she said, it's not the object that you've been, it's you that you've been, which is you in your universe moving telekinesis, the body. That's how heavy we are. That's how powerful we are. We don't give ourselves credit. Think about it. We are soul beings. We are I am God, right? So God is moving, the oversoul is moving this body. It's real. When you can grasp that the body is not moving itself, it's of course it's the aura, but it's the magnetic electrical field, but it's the oversoul it's like being a puppet. The puppet's moving the strings, and this is how you know this is a technology, is telekinesis. You telepathic. This is how this body is being moved. It's not being moved by your arms. It's your oversoul, which is your universe, is that moving it, right? So I just wanted to build on that, on the respect of how powerful we are, and we can start acknowledging that, when this power, when we come into our realization of who we are, it's know thyself. That's what the third eye is. It's really knowing yourself on a bigger level. You become more and more conscious of the known, the unknown. You know what I'm saying? And like this reality, you get to move in this reality and moving the rules creating your own rules, because as you go along, even in this game, because this is a piece that goes to the part of the game when we leave and log off, even for good. You leave this earthly body here, right? But you back within the oversoul. We have to start getting familiar with the oversoul. And the oversoul is who we are. We moving, it's good, like stay in the heart area. So right away you're in the soul and you're moving like the AM and the PM body. Okay, so when I mentioned today is third eye, we talk about pineal gland, which is, as I mentioned, this is Neptune. That's the energy of the god and the goddesses, the angels, the ancestors, my ancestors. But I was building on, actually reflecting on some habits I had last night, and I was wondering why the spirits is afraid of us, because they're afraid of us, and they're on the fourth dimension. If we're on the third and we can see them, right, just imagine and mastering yourself, right, going into the fifth and sixth dimension. So what they do is they manipulate our senses and others' senses that would influence us to be distracted, right? So here we are eating things that we shouldn't be eating, and we think we making the decision when actually the outside of ourselves is making that decision, right? And like moving the pieces, like manipulate our senses, and we eating things, and we're like, because they're afraid of us. This is what they are, these spirits, and they're afraid. They want to use our body, but they're afraid because we evolve into mastering ourselves, and we go on a higher realm and we move past them. So I want people to understand and embrace when we do see these spirits and souls, and we got a shadow self. Yes, we do. We got to do our work. But also when you understand how it's a reflection of yourself, we'll stop being afraid of the dark. You know what I'm saying, family? So as I mentioned, and if I didn't, this is balance. I just wanted to reflect the fact that how much power we have, okay? If no one told you they love you today, balance love you. Ashe.